Good day everyone, this is Ken the Adioya. I just want to quickly introduce you to the new platform that we have. It's a school management system and it's called OL'Tega. OL'Tega is designed to manage the end-to-end process of schools so that you can have it online. That anything that you can do locally that's in schools, then definitely you should be able to do it that's on OL'Tega. That is what it has come to be able to care for. And secondly, it is going to create a community for schools to collaborate, to integrate together, and to be able to facilitate there's been the friendliness even among schools. So those are the basic things that OL'Tega how to be able to do to help us achieve. And there's so many features that you can as well do even on OL'Tega. One of it is that you can create your school. And how does it work exactly? Say that you can create your school. That's creating schools, you can do it that's on OL'Tega. And secondly, you can, when you've created schools, you can as well create your modules. Module simply means, in the context of primary secondary school, simply means classes. That means we can create module primary 1, that's primary 2 as a module, primary 3 as a module. So for each and every of this module, we will be able to assign students to it, and we can assign courses even to it. And as well, after we created our module, we can create our courses. And these courses will enable students to be able to have access to their courses remotely, meaning that even if they are not around today, there will be no excuse that they can't follow up on what is going on in the school, because at every point in time they can have access to whatever is going on and to the courses that have been assigned to them, and they have their course modules, they have everything even online, so that they can be able to get everything done. And if we have created modules as well, you can be able to assign students to modules. In the context of modules, let's quickly just go back to it. When it comes to context of module, that is with tertiary institutions, we want to be able to emphasize is that OL'Tega is a decentralized platform for schools, meaning that it doesn't really matter what hierarchy of school that wants to be able to join, as long as you know what exactly you want to be able to get done, that's bringing your school online. OL'Tega will be able to care for it. It could be primary school, secondary school, or universities, college of education, and so on and so forth, college of technologies. If you want to be able to bring everything online, then definitely OL'Tega will be able to care for it. And after we created our modules, just very sorry that I actually diverted. After we created our modules, the next thing we want to be able to have students. We can have students to each module. In the context of primary and secondary schools, you can have students where module simply means classes. That means if a person that's in the normal class setting belongs to GS1 or GS1A, then you can add it. After you created a module for GS1 module, then definitely you can add all the students that you have in the class, you can add them to it. And let's say for example someone belongs to senior secondary school SS2 and you want to create a module for that. What you just need to do is to create a module for and we know in this context that the classes are beginning to split based on what exactly the student wants to be able to do. And I know in this area now you're going to be having commercial classes, we're going to have sciences, and we're going to have art class. So if we want to be able to create modules for each and every of these, all we just need to do is to create modules for classes, modules for arts modules for SS2, art modules commercial class modules for SS2, and sciences module that's for SS2, and so on like that. You can create that even as well for SS3. We'll say okay, SS3 module for art classes, SS3 modules for science classes, and SS3 modules for commercial classes, and so on and so forth. It applies to it like that. And when it comes to the context that of tertiary institutions like universities, college of education, and all that, we know very well that it's been addressed using courses. So let's say for example someone offers computer science in school, we will need to create a module that is called computer science. Then all the courses that have to be done, be it yearly, we can be able to add it to it.